Other yellow hat guy here, back with another video. We got some more Pokemon Go to talk about today. Now, it has been a minute. Um, we've had changes to the game. Most of us aren't really with those changes. I'll just be honest. And a lot of it has to do with the remote raids. We've talked about that ad nauseum. But it bears repeating because Niantic is they're still under the impression that, oh, well, people are coming back outside to play in these raids, so that's not diminishing returns, but it is. They want you to believe that that's not the case, but some people have boycotted and stopped playing. But regardless of if you stop playing or not, it's evident that people haven't been playing as much. And that's not me wanting to start the video out negative, it's just me remembering this before I get into what's actually happening right now. So, me personally, it's tough when you're inviting people to raids remotely, right? You're sending them raids to come to remotely, and there's a limit saying, hey, they've already used their 10, invite somebody else. Well, then you're wasting precious seconds trying to invite other people. They need to update their code to show in the menu when you're selecting friends to invite that, hey, this friend is already in a raid, and B, they've already had their 10 limit max or 5 limit max, whatever it is, for the day. They don't need to even be an option. Niantic, you could at least do that. It's disappointing that you can make all these other changes like, on the fly it seems, but not do that. So Niantic, fix it. I've tried to reach out to Niantic numerous times, and to no avail. We've had some communication like the rest of you would have, but nothing on the level of which they led me to believe we would have. There were moments where they wanted to interview me and talk to me. It just never happened. That said, GoFest 2023, the ticket is available now. It is $15. So they've raised that price way up. They want people in person again. This is August 26th and 27th. But it looks like if you actually show up in person to these 3 different places, I think one is in New York, if you're here in the United States, there's one in London and probably somewhere in Asia, probably somewhere in Japan somewhere, right? That's where they're doing the Go Fest this time. So why New York instead of Chicago when Chicago was middle ground? I don't know. But that's what's being offered right now as I look into the game. I'm not really thrilled about the $15 price tag, but it's clear that they're making up for all the revenue that they feel they missed out on during COVID and last year and what have you. They have their reasons for it. They don't do a good job explaining at all, but there it is. As for what's going on right now, there was an event with Spark. So we had one with Blanche, and then we had one with Spark, and Candela will follow. So Spark at least gave you some kind of egg, incubator, excuse me. Yeah, and it was like, yeah, I could use it honestly, but if you already had bought eggs, or if you already bought incubators for your eggs, probably didn't matter much to you. But, this is the kind of stuff that we wanted them to do years ago to keep the game interesting, like little quests and stuff like that. So I'm never going to complain about getting things like that, especially since they're not mandatory. So where I'm at in the game, I may or may not show this, I still need another 19 million, about 19.5 million to get to 49. So slow but surely, we'll eventually get there. It just takes more events that motivate me. It takes me obviously buying more lucky eggs, and it takes guys like you who watch, who are friends with me in the game, to actually open gifts, right? I'm not going to complain about that because what I'm realizing is there are a lot of people who used to be hardcore and they're not playing anymore. So we're close to within like 20 days of best friends, and they just aren't playing like that. They pop up in the game every blue moon, and it feels like for me, I understand because I haven't been diligent about opening gifts daily either. I've tried for a while to be that way, And it was pointed out to me that you can actually delete gifts from the gift menu, something that I would never consider. I always just send out gifts. I never think about deleting gifts because I feel like I'm not active enough anymore to want to just delete them, but evidently that's something you can do. So, hey, you learn something every day. I went from knowing all the news to sometimes you guys inform me of things that are going on. So, babbling aside, we had Kleavor. So hopefully I have a screenshot of one of the Kleavors that I caught. And unbeknownst to me, this is an evolution of Scyther. So he's got these Kleavors in his hands that look really weird. It looks like an older Pokemon. It's basically some kind of primal evolution or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but that's what it looks like. And it has Air Slash and Stone Edge, this particular one. It did debut with the Shiny, and of course I did not get it, so there's that. But I was happy to do that. It was only a 3-star raid, so you could have soloed this, honestly. And unlike the Elite raids, they at least allowed this one to be out for, all the gyms that were local. So if you could only do, a couple of them, you didn't have to show up at one location and that was it for the whole hour or 2 hours. And then it also respawned. So after an hour went by, the area that you're at, guess what? More Kleavors right there. And it's good that they did that for this. Maybe they're going to apply it to the Elite raids. I don't know. But it should be like that for the Elite raids too. That's what I will say. So all in all, I finished the research for Spark. I can't remember the name. I probably have it in the picture somewhere. I was glad to get that out of the way. I'm chipping away at the level 48 challenge. The Jirachi stuff, still maybe 20 more Pokemon I need there, 20 more normal types. And then for the level 48 challenge, I think I need a bunch more Johto Pokemon. So a bunch more, probably like 20 or so for that as well. So I should be coming up on that sometime soon. I know there's a lot of normal Pokemon out right now. Some of these normal flying types, I should be able to take advantage of those when I get the nearest opportunity. Yeah, so that's it. Let me know what you guys have done. I know it's been a while since I made a Pokemon Go video. I haven't retired from them. It's just not my focus at this time. I've explained all that. Check out some of the older videos if you care to learn more about older mechanics and things like that in the game, and to see tactics that I did that some of you may or may not have done. My attention needed cat says hello, and we will see you in the next one. The Yellow Hat Guy is out. And don't forget, subscribe, share, all of that. Do that for me, if you will. See you in the next one. Captain Sensation!